2020 turned out to be for us and for many people in the world the year that was sent from hell. Well, make that China. And so the beaches in most places reverted back to the mermaids. No humans allowed to swim in the sea. Bad, very unhealthy, you know. And for us here in Panama, I mean, for 14 years, as you can see, we really enjoyed the beaches and we missed them. So we were confined to barracks, which turned out to be not so bad because in our case, that's the home of ex-Vice President Rigoberto Paredes from the Noriega era. A very nice place, high up in the mountains of Panama. Cool, nice, beautiful surroundings, as you can see. Lovely orchids grow freely there. That's all wild. And basically, but then suddenly 9 months later, we were allowed to go to the beach, Coronado. That's where we were headed again. And so we got into our trusty steed, my old 300 diesel Mercedes from that I restored. Jen doesn't like it. It's got natural air conditioning. We wind down the windows and her hair blows around a little bit. I like it. And anyway, so there we are, and of course we stop at our favourite spot there up in the mountains because there's a nice little bakery up there where they make great cinnamon buns. Cheap too, but very nice, homemade. Anyway, we shouldn't really be doing that, but no one in the COVID lockdown time, I think, has stuck to their diets. See, Jen has the most famous Facebook page for low carb and keto in the world for 7 years straight. And so, well, those cinnamon buns you can see, especially on me, they're showing, not so much on her. But there we arrived at Coronado as the moon was rising. Now, this is kind of important because for 28 years, Jen and I were living in Canada, which, as you can see in the summer, is a place of fire. And in the winter, well, look for yourself. I think Canada's pretty famous for that. Ice, so fire and ice. But Jen and I met in the wilderness when she was 15. That's her, my little mermaid, on the Indian Ocean. And basically, we've been together ever since. So she really loves the beaches and the sea. And, well, time for a beer because I think the video will explain what happened after 9 months. Well, as you can see, my little mermaid is having a lot of fun. She's back in her element again, and she's swimming in Coronado Bay, like we always do, once a month. And basically, 3 hours a day we swim there, and it's been wonderful. Well, I'm just still drinking my beer, and you can hear us slurring my speech a little bit. That's the beer talking. Talking is something I don't really have a problem with, as you've probably figured out by now. Shutting up is... So maybe I'll just drink my beer and let you go on a tour of Coronado Bay, courtesy of some very fancy drone work by a friend pilot, because if it were me, well, I would crash them. So why don't I just drink my beer and let you watch. may have noticed some rather beautiful, unusual artwork in my videos. Here's another one, and basically I became a patron of the arts. That's another long story for a few beers, but needless to say, I have the rights to use these images. Anyway, so here we are in Coronado again, and we want to pick up life from where we left off. We want to go to El Valle. It's a beautiful place and one of our favorite spots in the whole world, actually. It reminds us of Banff Springs and Hotel in Banff, and it has just lovely, lovely scenes, and of course more tropical than alpine. And we often go there and have a lovely day, usually a day trip. What fantastic food. As you can see, Jen, she gets the chicken usually. I kind of like the steak. But then we get naughty afterwards, and oh my goodness, look at that dessert. Once again, we're low carb folks, eh? Anyway, so lots of lovely places in Coronado, in and around Coronado. But this Murphy fellow, he was born in Panama. And of course, when he's involved, things go wrong. So now my little mermaid suddenly has to do with standing in front of paintings of waves and the ocean again, because you see, the beach and the sea is reverting back to the mermaids again. As of Friday the 18th of December, we're not allowed to go swimming there. Anyway, it'll only be for a while. Maybe in January we'll be back on the beach again. And Panama overall, for the 14 plus years we've been here, is a beautiful place. There's enough beauty to last a lifetime, and well, when everything's calmed down, come and visit us.